Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Power Rankings. I'm your Commissioner Nick. It is week 3, my friends. Can you believe it? Things are moving along super quickly here. It's a big week for us. Teams are 2-0, teams are 1-1, and teams are 0-2, obviously. This is a make-or-break week. This is where the men separate themselves from the boys. So don't forget to set your lineups and set your best team possible to try to separate yourself from the boys. I'm talking to you, Jerry. Speaking of Jerry, we've got a very special guest on Around the League this week after our rankings and my commissioner picks, so stay tuned for that. And without further ado, let's get into it. Number 12, Beans Pride Parade. Beans falls to last in the rankings after coming up short against Hunter this week. Nick Chubb had a big day, scoring 3 touchdowns, but I firmly believe if he just goes down instead of scoring the third one, Beans probably beats Hunter. Jerry Duty also unfortunately got hurt early and only scored 2 points, so that didn't help. This team is in danger. Number 11, When Legends Rise. Frank's team comes in at number 11 after falling to 0-2 at the hands of Dan. The offense was a little better this week, but also looked a little sleepy out there as DK Metcalf only had 35 yards. Mike Evans also issued a 1-game suspension for his fight on Sunday. Now there may not be any fight in this team against Oliver this week. Number 10, Poppy's Prized Possession. Brophy's team got shellacked this week as the offense looked abysmal, scoring just 63 points. Matt Ryan threw not 1, not 2, but 3 interceptions and scored a negative 1.5 points. I think coaching is the major issue here. Multiple bench players outscored the starters, including Christian Kirk putting up 25, Allen Robinson putting up 15, and even Gerald Everett got 13. Poppy may be on the hot seat. Number 9, King of the Hill V2. Luke's team came up short this week and is now 0-2. Josh Allen is doing all he can out there, but Devin Singletary just isn't getting enough work to be fantasy relevant. Luke's team has crashed hard in the rankings in just 2 weeks. Still a lot of season left. Let's see if he can turn it around. Number 8, the Team of Dogs. My team picked up its first win of the year on the back of Jalen Hurts' big 33-point performance on Monday Night Football. After the game, he got some x-rays, which did indeed confirm he's got that dog in him. In other news, I'm officially done with the commitment I have at tight end. He's getting the cold shoulder from his quarterback. Currently, I am looking at the market for upgrades. Number 7, Quantum Cheeseburger. Jerry's team leaps forward 5 spots in the rankings with a league-leading 173-point performance in his win over Brad. Jerry's Dolphins went from 1 to 100 real quick as Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle exploded for a combined 82 points. And once again, the Muth was Luth as Pat Freiermuth has done a great job replacing the George Brittle, the always injured George Brittle in the lineup. Let's see if Jerry keeps it rolling. Number 6, bye week. Brad's team actually moves up in the rankings this week despite starting off 0-2. Offense once again played well despite Kyle sits on the bench and Rusty Wilson's lackluster games. This is a top 5 offense in the league. Just unlucky matchup so far as he has the most points against in the league. And until you fire your defensive coordinator, things will not change. Number 5, The Process. Ryan's team drops 4 spots in the rankings after a Kirk Cousins-esque performance in the game of the week against Cam. Justin Jefferson was the victim of both Kirk and Ryan's primetime struggles, putting up just 10 points. And this week, in Ryan's bad running back room, his duo of Penny and Wilson combined for just 13 points. Not good enough. Number 4, Team Never Lucky. Dan's team shockingly won again thanks to Stefon Diggs' monster 44-point game on Monday Night Football. He is in fact him. Although the rest of the team was mediocre at best. Dan is 4th in points per game and has the 2nd highest playoff chances in the league. He's got Luke's team this week who's desperate for a win, so let's see what happens. Number 3, Harambe, Olave, Javante, Deontay. Oliver's team slides down a spot despite improving to 2-0 on the young season. Had a Mickey Mouse matchup this week and only scored the 10th most points in the league this week. James Yawner finished with just 25 yards, and only Patrick Mahomes finished with more than 15 points. Another easy matchup this week against Frank, though, so should be another win. Number 2, Team Lance 2.0. Cam's team won in the game of the week, defeating Ryan and moving to 2-0. The receivers on this team led the way. Super Cup and Shaken Drake London had big games. My preseason prediction of Cam finishing in last is not looking good anymore. He's 3rd in points per game, and ESPN has him ranked 4th in the league, and he doesn't have to appear any weakness in his starting lineup whatsoever, so things are looking up for Cam. And number 1, Jerry's daddy, Hunter is the new king of the castle as he has an impressive win over Beans to improve to 2-0. In a polarizing offense, Garrett Thrillson scored 2 touchdowns for 30 points, and LaMarvelous Jackson added 4 more for a nearly 50-point performance, overcoming multiple goose eggs in the lineup. I'd like to see a little bit more consistency up and down the lineup, but Borat is once again a force to be reckoned with. And now let's get into the commissioner picks here. In our first matchup, we've got the Beans Pride Parade taking on Bye Week, and Brad's going to win this one. His offense has been humming, and Beans' team is dead last right now. And then we've got Harambe, Olave, Javante, Deontay taking on One Legends Rise, and my dad's going to be without Mike Evans, so he's also going to be without a win this week. I'm taking Oliver's team. In next matchup, we got King of the Hill V2 taking on Team Never Lucky. I think King of the Hill is underachieving, and Team Never Lucky is overachieving. Josh Allen, he's going to lead this team to victory. I'm taking Luke here. In our next matchup, it's Team Lance 2.0 taking on the Team of Dogs. And I still think I need a couple more dogs, and Team Lance 2.0 is looking for revenge after I called him out at the beginning of the year. He's going to get the win here and move to 3-0. And in the next matchup, it's the Process versus Quantum Cheeseburger. And let me tell you, folks, I don't know which is worse, Ryan's running backs or Quantum Cheeseburger's overall team. But in the end, I got to go with Ryan here. Can never take Jerry, ever. And in the game of the week, we've got Jerry's daddy. That's Hunter's team taking on Poppy's prize possession. Hunter's 2-0 taking on Brophy, who's 1-1 and coming off a absolutely terrible performance this past week. They're actually 3-3 head-to-head all time, so this is going to be an interesting matchup. I'm going to take Hunter to come out on top this week. And let's move on to our Around the League segment this week, folks. Let me tell you, hot off his league-leading 176-point performance, it's everybody's favorite, Jerry.
Alright, just thought I'd pop into the power rankings and just shout out the amazing win that my team Quantum Cheeseburger had last week over the bye week. Huge contributions from both Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, both putting up over 40 points. Let's see if they continue that and, just continue to show off, ball out. I mean, that would be amazing. I mean, the Jerry Dolphins are here to stay. I do want to point out that my opponent from last week had some bad luck. He scored more than 8 different teams in the league and still found a way to lose, but that's just because of how big my point total was with all the contributions across the board from my team. So, yeah, looking to build on the momentum from this huge win that I have. Let's just keep it going.
And that's all I got for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to set your lineups. Good luck, everyone.